Starting at number 1, we have Hitman World of Assassination, which represents the ultimate sandbox stealth experience, where creativity and patience define success. This compilation includes all 3 modern Hitman games, offering dozens of intricate levels packed with assassination opportunities that reward experimentation and careful observation. Each mission takes place in massive detailed environments, from Dubai skyscrapers to Argentine vineyards, where you can eliminate targets using countless methods, ranging from accidents to direct confrontation. The disguise system remains central to gameplay, letting you blend into crowds, assume roles, and access restricted areas, while maintaining cover among NPCs who react to suspicious behavior. Replayability is exceptional, as each level contains multiple assassination challenges, escalation missions, and player-created contracts that extend the experience far beyond initial completions. The game encourages you to study patrol patterns, learn environment layouts, and identify creative kill opportunities that make each playthrough feel unique and rewarding. Moving to number 2, Dishonored Definitive Edition delivers the supernatural stealth adventure that defined a generation with its intricate level design and moral choice systems. Set in the plague-ridden industrial city of Dunwall, you play as a betrayed bodyguard seeking revenge while possessing reality-bending powers like teleportation, time manipulation, and possession abilities. The game offers complete freedom in approach, letting you ghost through levels without killing anyone, or embrace chaos by eliminating every guard in brutal fashion. Each mission features multiple pathways, secret areas, and environmental storytelling that rewards thorough exploration and creative problem-solving. Your actions directly impact the world, with high chaos playthroughs resulting in darker outcomes and more enemies, while low chaos runs lead to hopeful endings. The art direction creates a unique steampunk aesthetic, blending Victorian architecture with whale oil technology and occult imagery that makes Dunwall feel simultaneously beautiful and grotesque. At number 3, Dishonored 2 expands on everything that made the original great, while adding new protagonist Emily Caldwin with her own unique supernatural abilities. The choice between playing as Emily or returning protagonist Corvo affects how you approach missions, with each character offering distinct powers and playstyles. Levels showcase incredible environmental design, from the Clockwork Mansion with its reconfiguring rooms to the time-shifting mechanics of a crack-in-the-slab mission. The chaos system returns with refinements that make consequences of your actions feel more meaningful and connected to the narrative outcomes you experience. Combat improvements make direct confrontation more viable, while stealth mechanics remain tight and satisfying for players who prefer ghosting through encounters. The game maintains the series' commitment to player choice, with multiple solutions to every objective and countless secrets hidden throughout meticulously crafted levels. Number 4 brings us Prey, which reimagines the immersive sim genre aboard Talos 1 space station, overrun by shape-shifting alien entities called Typhon. The station serves as an interconnected open world, where you gradually unlock new areas while gaining abilities that fundamentally change how you navigate environments. Mimics can disguise themselves as everyday objects, creating constant paranoia as you question whether that coffee cup is actually a deadly alien. The neurostimulator upgrade system lets you enhance human abilities or absorb Typhon powers, with moral implications that affect how characters perceive you and story outcomes. Environmental storytelling excels through audio logs, emails, and environmental details that piece together what happened during the Typhon outbreak. Multiple endings depend on your choices throughout the game, rewarding different playstyles, from pure human builds to fully alien-enhanced characters. Coming in at number 5, Deus Ex: Mankind Divided continues Adam Jensen's story in a cyberpunk world where augmented humans face discrimination and segregation. The game perfects the series' trademark approach of offering multiple paths through every objective, whether through stealth, hacking, combat, or social interactions. Augmentation customization lets you build Jensen according to your preferred playstyle, with upgrades that enhance stealth capabilities like silent movement, cloaking, and remote hacking. Levels feature intricate designs with ventilation systems, multiple entry points, and hackable security systems that reward careful observation and planning. The hub areas of Prague provide extensive side content, with apartments to explore, characters to meet, and mysteries to unravel beyond the main storyline. Boss encounters improve dramatically from Human Revolution by offering non-lethal solutions and encouraging the same varied approach as standard missions. At number 6, Metal Gear Solid V: The Phantom Pain delivers open-world tactical espionage action that remains unmatched in scope and mechanical depth. Afghanistan and Africa serve as massive sandboxes where you infiltrate enemy bases, rescue prisoners, and build your own private military company. The buddy system adds strategic variety, as companions like Dee Dee the dog or Quiet the sniper provide different tactical advantages during missions. Base development and resource management create satisfying progression loops as you extract soldiers, vehicles, and materials to expand mother base capabilities. The reflex mode helps newcomers by slowing time when spotted, giving you a chance to neutralize threats before full alerts trigger. Weather systems and day-night cycles affect enemy behavior and visibility, creating dynamic conditions that influence your tactical approach to each mission. Number 7 features Assassin's Creed Mirage, which returns the series to its stealth-focused roots in the vibrant streets of 9th century Baghdad. The game emphasizes careful infiltration, pickpocketing, and social stealth over the combat-heavy approach of recent entries in the franchise. Baghdad feels alive with dense crowds, bustling markets, and vertical architecture that encourages creative parkour routes and strategic vantage points. The smaller, focused experience prioritizes quality over quantity, with handcrafted missions that reward patience and observation, rather than overwhelming players with markers. Assassination tools include smoke bombs, throwing knives, and the iconic Hidden Blade, which returns to its one-hit kill glory for satisfying stealth eliminations. The narrative focuses on Bassam's transformation from street thief to master assassin, exploring the origins and philosophy of the Hidden Ones. Number 8, Aragami 2 improves on its predecessor with refined stealth mechanics and the addition of cooperative multiplayer for tactical infiltration. Shadow manipulation remains central to gameplay as you teleport between dark areas, create shadows, and use supernatural abilities to avoid detection. The game offers full flexibility between ghosting levels without kills, eliminating all enemies, or mixing approaches based on situation and preference. Skill trees provide meaningful progression with abilities that enhance movement, stealth kills, and shadow powers, creating builds tailored to your playstyle. Cooperative play supports up to 3 players, coordinating infiltrations, reviving fallen teammates, and executing synchronized takedowns against challenging enemy placements. Level design features multiple routes and approaches, with optional objectives that encourage exploration and reward thorough players with valuable resources. Number 9 showcases Sniper Elite 5, which combines long-range precision shooting with stealth infiltration across detailed World War II environments in occupied France. The expansive maps encourage exploration, with multiple entry points, collectibles, and optional objectives that extend mission length and replayability significantly. Stealth mechanics let you silently eliminate enemies using suppressed weapons, melee takedowns, or environmental kills while using sound masking to hide gunshots. The X-ray kill camera returns with improved detail, showing the devastating internal damage your bullets cause, making successful long-range shots incredibly satisfying. Invasion mode adds tension as other players can join your campaign as enemy snipers hunting you while you complete objectives, creating dynamic cat-and-mouse encounters. Weapon customization offers extensive options for modifying rifles, pistols, and submachine guns to suit your preferred approach and engagement distances. At number 10, Thief brings Garrett back to the dark Gothic city, where master thieves operate in shadows, stealing from the wealthy and powerful. The game emphasizes pure stealth, with limited combat options, forcing you to avoid direct confrontation and rely on environmental awareness and timing. Focus ability highlights interactive objects and optimal paths, helping you identify loot, climbing points, and escape routes during tense infiltrations. The swoop movement mechanic lets you quickly dash between cover points, adding fluidity to navigation, while maintaining the careful, deliberate pacing stealth requires. Side missions and optional heists provide substantial content beyond the main story, with client jobs that test your thieving skills in unique scenarios. The dark, moody atmosphere creates tension as you navigate through candlelit mansions, abandoned buildings, and dangerous city streets, while avoiding guards and supernatural threats. Number 11 brings Alien Isolation, which creates unbearable tension as you hide from a single unstoppable xenomorph aboard the deteriorating Sevastopol station. The alien AI learns from your behavior, adapting to tactics you repeatedly use and forcing you to constantly vary your approach to survival. Stealth becomes essential as direct confrontation proves futile, with limited resources forcing you to use motion trackers carefully and hide in lockers, under desks, and inside vents. elements. The crafting system lets you create distractions, noisemakers, and temporary deterrents using scavenged materials found throughout the station's departments. Multiple threats, including hostile humans and malfunctioning androids, complicate situations, requiring you to balance avoiding the alien while dealing with other dangers. The game captures the aesthetic of the original Alien film perfectly, with retro-futuristic technology, flickering lights, and the constant dread of knowing the creature could appear at any moment. At number 12, A Plague Tale: Innocence tells an emotional story of siblings surviving in plague-ravaged medieval France while evading both human soldiers and deadly rat swarms. Stealth mechanics focus on distraction and evasion rather than combat, as young Amelia uses tools like slingshots to break lights, create noise, and manipulate environments. The rat swarms create unique stealth puzzles, as you must stay in light while using fire to create safe paths through areas infested with thousands of flesh-eating rodents. The relationship between Amelia and her younger brother Hugo forms the emotional core, with their bond developing through shared hardships and desperate survival. Crafting and resource management add tension, as you balance using limited materials for essential upgrades versus saving them for critical story moments. The game delivers a linear but carefully paced experience, with beautiful environments that contrast the horror of the plague with the natural beauty of rural France. Number 13 features A Plague Tale: Requiem, which continues the siblings' journey, with expanded mechanics, refined stealth, and even more ambitious set pieces than its predecessor. The game introduces new tools and abilities, including Hugo's developing supernatural connection to the rats, which creates unique gameplay opportunities and moral dilemmas. Stealth encounters offer more variety, with larger environments that provide multiple approaches, from pure avoidance to using alchemy and environmental manipulation. The visual presentation improves dramatically, with stunning lighting effects, detailed character models, and massive rat swarms rendered in horrifying detail as they consume everything in their path. Emotional storytelling remains paramount, as Amelia struggles to protect Hugo while searching for a cure to his mysterious condition that connects him to the rat plague. The game balances intimate character moments with large-scale action sequences, creating a memorable adventure that respects player intelligence and emotional investment. At number 14, Desperados III delivers hardcore, real-time tactical stealth, where you control multiple characters with unique abilities to complete Wild West heists and infiltrations. The game requires careful planning, as you pause to issue commands, coordinate simultaneous actions, and execute perfectly timed plans against overwhelming enemy numbers. Each character brings distinct skills, from long-range sniping and animal distractions to disguises and deadly close-quarters combat, creating tactical variety. The isometric perspective lets you survey entire levels, identifying patrol patterns, guard positions, and environmental hazards you can exploit for creative eliminations. Challenge modes and badges reward specific playstyles, like completing missions without kills, within time limits, or using only certain characters, encouraging repeated playthroughs. The difficulty remains unforgiving but fair, with quick save and load functions that let you experiment with different approaches without harsh penalties for failure. Number 15 brings Shadow Tactics: Blades of the Shogun, which applies the Desperados formula to feudal Japan with shinobi assassins, samurai, and other specialists. The 5 playable characters each have distinct abilities that complement each other when used in combination, requiring you to think strategically about team composition. Levels feature impressive scale and detail, from small village infiltrations to massive castle assaults, with hundreds of guards patrolling intricate layouts. The Shadow Vision mode highlights guards' sightlines and hearing ranges, helping you plan movements and identify safe routes through heavily defended areas. Environmental interactions include hiding bodies in bushes, using rooftops for vantage points, and manipulating objects to create distractions or eliminate targets creatively. The story follows the team as they unite under a mysterious warlord, completing increasingly dangerous missions that test both their skills and loyalties. At number 16, Splinter Cell Blacklist represents the pinnacle of the series, combining pure stealth action-oriented gameplay and non-lethal ghost runs into one package. Sam Fisher returns with a complete arsenal of gadgets, from sticky cameras and sleeping gas to drones and customizable weapons that adapt to your preferred approach. The Mark and Execute system lets you tag multiple enemies and eliminate them in one fluid sequence, rewarding careful positioning and tactical awareness. Spies vs. Mercs multiplayer offers unique asymmetric gameplay, where agile spies infiltrate while heavily armed mercenaries hunt them in tense competitive matches. Cooperative missions provide challenging content designed for 2 players, coordinating movements, sharing intel, and executing synchronized takedowns against overwhelming odds. The level design supports all playstyles, with Ghost players rewarded for remaining undetected, Panther players for silent kills, and Assault players for aggressive tactics. Number 17 showcases Far Cry 6, which offers a massive open-world playground in the fictional Caribbean nation of Yara under dictatorial rule. Stealth remains viable throughout, despite the game's action focus, with tall grass, silenced weapons, and animal companions that help you infiltrate enemy outposts. The Supremo backpacks and resolver weapons add creative options, from rocket barrages to experimental gadgets, that complement traditional stealth approaches when situations escalate. Outpost Liberation provides classic Far Cry gameplay as you scout enemy positions, tag targets, and systematically eliminate guards without triggering alarms for bonus rewards. Guerrilla camps serve as safe havens where you can customize weapons, recruit specialists, and launch operations against the regime across jungle, urban, and coastal environments. The narrative follows Donnie Rojas fighting alongside resistance groups, each with their own leaders, agendas, and methods, creating a varied campaign across Yara's diverse regions. At number 18, Deathloop creates a unique time loop scenario where you must assassinate 8 targets in a single day, while a rival assassin hunts you across the island. The game encourages experimentation, as death resets the loop, but knowledge persists, letting you learn patterns, discover secrets, and plan the perfect run. Stealth and powers inherited from Dishonored let you approach situations quietly, using abilities like teleportation, linking enemies for chain kills, and turning invisible. The invasion mechanic adds unpredictability, as other players can enter your game as Juliana, attempting to stop your progress and protect the loop. Arsenal diversity includes unique weapons with special properties that you can keep between loops by infusing them with residuum collected from eliminating targets. The stylish 1960s aesthetic and sharp writing create a memorable setting on Black Reef Island, where the same day repeats eternally for its trapped inhabitants. Number 19 brings The Evil Within 2, which balances survival horror tension with more open-ended design and improved stealth mechanics compared to its predecessor. The semi-open hub area of Union lets you explore side content, gather resources, and approach main objectives from multiple angles rather than following linear paths. Stealth becomes crucial for resource conservation, as ammunition remains scarce, forcing you to sneak past enemies or execute silent takedowns when possible. The Clastum system lets you create ammo, health items, and upgrades using materials found throughout the nightmarish world, making scavenging and exploration rewarding. Boss encounters provide memorable, horrific spectacles that test both combat skills and environmental awareness, while maintaining the series' trademark disturbing imagery. Sebastian's search for his daughter provides emotional weight to the supernatural horror as you navigate between reality and the twisted STEM world. At number 20, Ghostwire Tokyo presents a supernatural adventure where you combat spirits using hand gestures and elemental powers in a mysteriously depopulated Tokyo. Stealth plays a supporting role, as you can sneak past certain enemy types using cover and careful movement to avoid confrontation and conserve resources. The open-world recreation of Tokyo neighborhoods impresses with authentic detail, from convenience stores and shrines to side streets and landmarks, rendered beautifully. Collectibles and side activities include capturing spirits, feeding cats, and investigating paranormal occurrences that flesh out the mystery of what happened to Tokyo's population. The gameplay loop balances exploration, combat, and light puzzle solving as you cleanse torii gates, purify corrupted areas, and uncover the conspiracy behind the mass disappearance. Japanese folklore and urban legends inspire enemy designs and story elements, creating a unique setting that differentiates it from Western supernatural games. Number 21 features Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which rebooted Lara Croft's origin story with grounded survival mechanics and environmental traversal-focused gameplay. Stealth sections let you use bow and arrow for silent kills, navigate through tall grass, and execute takedowns on unaware enemies during infiltration sequences. The island setting provides varied environments, from beaches and forests to ancient tombs and military installations, each requiring different navigation and combat approaches. Optional tombs offer environmental puzzles and platforming challenges that reward exploration with upgrade materials and narrative details about the island's history. The upgrade system lets you enhance Lara's abilities, weapons, and equipment, creating meaningful progression as she transforms from survivor to confident adventurer. Combat balances stealth options with intense action sequences, where you must use cover, environmental hazards, and quick reflexes to overcome mercenary forces. At number 22, Rise of the Tomb Raider expands on the reboot formula with larger areas, more tombs, and improved mechanics across exploration, combat, and stealth. The Syria and Siberia settings provide stunning vistas, from snow-covered mountains to ancient ruins hidden beneath ice, creating memorable locations to explore. Stealth improvements include better AI reactions, more reliable cover systems, and expanded options for silent eliminations using various weapons and environmental objects. Challenge tombs grow in complexity and scale, offering substantial optional content that tests your puzzle-solving and platforming skills with worthwhile rewards. The crafting system expands, letting you create ammunition, special arrows, and equipment in the field using gathered resources, adding survival elements to exploration. Lara's character development continues as she becomes more confident and capable, while uncovering secrets of an immortal organization and racing against a paramilitary group. Number 23 brings Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which concludes the Origin trilogy with emphasis on stealth, jungle environments, and underwater exploration sequences. The game lets you use mud camouflage, blend into vegetation, and strike from vines, creating the most predator-like Lara in the series. Difficulty customization separates combat, puzzles, and exploration challenges, letting you tailor the experience to emphasize elements you enjoy most without compromising others. The Day of the Dead setting in Latin American locations provides cultural richness and visual splendor, from ancient Mayan cities to dense rainforests. Underwater sections expand significantly, with extended diving sequences that explore submerged ruins and require careful air management and navigation through tight spaces. The conclusion of Lara's origin story sees her fully embrace the Tomb Raider identity while dealing with consequences of her actions throughout the trilogy. At number 24, Metro Exodus combines post-apocalyptic survival with stealth mechanics aboard a train traversing the Russian wasteland following nuclear war. The semi-open levels provide more freedom than previous Metro games, letting you approach objectives through stealth, combat, or complete avoidance of enemy encounters. Weapon customization uses a modular system where you swap parts in real time to adapt firearms for different situations, from silent infiltrations to desperate firefights. The moral choices and karma system affect the story, with your actions toward enemies and NPCs influencing which ending you receive at the campaign conclusion. Environmental storytelling shines through abandoned locations, audio diaries, and environmental details that reveal what happened to various survivor communities across Russia. The claustrophobic metro tunnels contrast beautifully with the open surface areas, creating varied pacing between tense underground exploration and expansive outdoor survival. Rounding out the list at number 25, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice offers challenging stealth and combat as a shinobi warrior in Sengoku-era Japan, filled with supernatural threats. The posture system creates a unique combat rhythm where you must break enemy defense through precise parrying and aggressive pressure rather than depleting health bars. Stealth lets you thin enemy numbers before engaging in challenging fights, using tall grass, ledge hangings, and silent assassinations to gain tactical advantages. The grappling hook revolutionizes navigation, letting you quickly reach rooftops, escape danger, and approach encounters from unexpected vertical angles, creating dynamic combat scenarios. Death mechanics allow resurrection once per life, letting you surprise enemies who think you're defeated, or retreat to reposition for better advantage. The intricate level design interconnects areas with shortcuts that unlock as you progress, creating satisfying exploration and world building in a beautiful yet deadly feudal Japan.